I blame you. I blame you for it not working.
Whoa.
Right, so this is episode 4, I believe.
Isn't it 3?
No, this is episode 4. We had 3.
Oh, 4 already. Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're on episode 4 because we did went on a 4 my 4 days off. We do like a midweek one, like a just a general catch up one because people miss it and don't catch up with the one on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So we did like a midweek. Will you stop moving your camera? I've literally put you in the right spot. So so we've got Kylian, we've got Jonah on, and then we have a special guest today. There's no Kyle because of his niece's birthday. So he's spending time with family. Did you watch the last game? Did you see the last game? Either of you?
Oh, yeah.
What do you reckon to the game?
I didn't see the end
I
because
think,
Levi was kind of bothering us. My man came with a whole XM for driving.
Well, the result was 3-0.
They came very strong.
To 3-0 to Fearless 5.
Yeah, I mean
They came
played
out
pretty
very
good.
strong.
Yeah, and Tornado played very well. Not carried the team, but you can see he's the GC and he's trying to get the spirit up. And yeah, I just think that they did pretty well for the first match, for all of them together.
Jonah, what about you?
Same. I would have liked to see more of Atlantis, like see them play better, because I feel like they played almost the same in their first match.
Yeah,
because they lost 3-0, they didn't put a fight on. Like,
yeah, I think there's a lot to come from Atlantis. There's a lot of ability there for Atlantis. But just as someone in chat, Dwarf Butt in chat, has just pulled up. Their mentals are struggling right now. They left 20 seconds from the end. It was 4-1, but
yeah, I saw
you kind of you see it out to the end. You've lost the game, fair enough, but you don't quit. You keep on going, you keep on fighting. If you get that 1 goal back, yeah, it's only a consolation goal, but it lifts you ready for the week after. You're adapting with each other, you're learning each other's play styles, you're getting chemistry, better together. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Obviously, they have rotated the team as well. Corpse has come in for Desco, and then the main champ spot that they normally have in Mex, KMW filled in. But are you moving your camera?
No. It's just very hard for an ADHD person to sit still in his chair.
I mean, you're fine. You don't have to sit still.
Yeah, but if I move, I'm not in frame anymore.
I mean, whose idea was it to have you sat on that camera?
I don't know.
But yeah, I think Atlantis mentality-wise, or never do that again.
2 times.
I looked at you as you did that. That was the worst thing in the world. I know that Kyle does it. I know that Kyle does it because when I watch it back, I see like certain clips. But I literally looked at the screen as you did that then, and that was the most awkward thing in the world.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, gotta love it.
But yeah, I think there's a lot to come from Atlantis, and Fearless 5 with a a full rebuild, obviously after the calamity of game week 1, not turning up at all. They played very well. So what do you reckon to the other results within this game week? Do you think there's any shock results? Do you think there's teams that performed, overperformed of what they should have done?
Yeah, yes. Felicity against Miracle.
Yeah.
That was that was something different. I mean, most of the viewers thought Velocity would take the win with like 3-1 or 3-2. And I don't know what Miracle did, but it's awesome. They played very well. They played 3-0. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, it's interesting to see Bale back in. You know, obviously Bale kind of left before the season started, wanted to focus on other tournaments. But you know, has found himself back into BGCS for season 2. You know, as a brand new team. And obviously everyone backed Velocity. You know, even myself. You know, I said it after the game. Yeah, you didn't, but you went on the old roster, not the new roster. I'm not even giving you that because you would not have gone. You would not have gone 3-0.
I would say, okay, just to be very true to myself and to everyone, I still choose the other team, even when I knew it was a new team. But like 3-0, I didn't. No, I thought more 3-2. Like.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you wouldn't have gone with a 3-0 with the team that was there's available, the ranks that are available in that team. Yeah. You wouldn't have gone with the 3-0 because I went Velocity 3-2, so I took it to the 5-game. I thought it 5-game. I thought it would do because I thought it two very evenly matched teams, but unfortunately it wasn't Velocity's day. We've had obviously a little bit of information that they didn't have their coach while they were playing. So it's a little bit of a mentality side. There was no one to pick up the confidence if a mistake happened. There's players in teams that do that regularly. But within Velocity it doesn't seem to be that normal for a player to do it. So they need the coach there, but unfortunately he wasn't there for game week 2. Any other results that you think are, point out? And I'm gonna go to you, Jonah, on this one because Kylian went with the first one.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Resurrection. I know Euphoria is a very good team, but. Yeah, Christian's also like a good player, Hamish as well, and Aspect as well. So I thought they would have put a fight up, but like they lost 3-0, so I would have wanted to see more of them as well.
For mine, it's going to be the Fearless 5 Atlantis. From game week 1, they showed potential. We've spoke with various members of the community that they even the game that they played with, I think Vision. Vision said they're a very fast team. They know a lot about the game, player individually. So coming into this game against Fearless 5, a brand new team that's been formed. 2 champs have been taken out and 2 new champs have been put back in. Their chemistry is low themselves. So I thought Atlantis would take at least 1, maybe 2 games.
I saw them like double committing as well a lot. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's still a lot of potential for Atlantis, but they need to sort out a lot of communication and mentality wise. I think needs to be figured out. Fairly quick, because otherwise weeks are going to be like this, where it's going to be 3-0 all the way through. And
I think for Atlantis, it would have been nice if they got the no game week.
Yeah,
because they lost. Maybe. They lost 2 times 3-0. Like that's fucking that's harsh,
I think a couple of teams would have wanted the game week.
Yeah.
Atlantis would have wanted it. Obviously, Velocity wanted it and got it. We come on to them fixtures in a second. Even Team Lotus, they took it close in game week 1, but then obviously, they fell short in game week 2 with a 3-1. So even looking at that, 2 losses on the bounce, is it time? We want that bye week to kind of just recompose, reset. Have a little, whether it's a couple of scrims in that week that you have off, just to build as a team. You know, some of these players that have come in, you know, they are new from the community. But it doesn't necessarily, you know, they're building their own community, so it doesn't necessarily mean that they play together all the time. So it's still that chemistry style that, you know, they need to get used to. But yeah, I think there's a couple of teams in there this week that, you know, could have benefited from the bye week. Me as a player didn't want the bye week. I think we're playing well as a team right now. I think, you know, the way that we're playing is good.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
But I think for the bye week is at the wrong time for us. I think the bye week needs to come when, you know, we either run out of energy to keep playing, you know, playing the way that we play, because they're close games for us. You know, we don't go out and obliterate teams 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. You know, we keep it very close games and keep it very tight. But it's just, you know, it's going to be the way that we kind of play our games. But yeah, so moving on from, you know, the scorelines, you know, just to cover the whole scorelines for everybody that is watching. Clinical beat GeForce 3-0. Vision beat Team Lotus 3-1. Team Miracle beat Velocity 3-0. Euphoria beat Resurrection 3-0. And Fearless 5 beat Atlantis 3-0. And then obviously Juice had the bye week for that week.
There's a lot of...
Yeah, there's a lot of 3-0s this week, you know, compared to... the first week that we had 3-1, 3-2, 3-2, 3-0, and obviously we had an unfortunate, you know, forfeit. But I mean, there's a lot more games taken, you know, across game week 1 than was game week 2.
I mean,
yeah.
but it's a great learning curve for the teams that didn't win, because now they know what to work on. If they're smart, they save the replays to watch that with the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way. I mean, it's only one team that you got lost in. It's not that you're instantly on the bottom of all the teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a good learning curve.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what you've just said, you know, it's a learning curve for all teams. And I think, you know, that a lot of teams can learn from the way that they played against certain teams as well. You know, Atlantis and Team Lotus have got, you know, a lot. I've said it in game, you know, in recent podcasts, that they've got a lot to learn. They've got to learn, you know, at least 9 teams realistically. You know, they don't learn each other because they're the same community, but they've got to learn more teams than anything else. Obviously, us lot kind of, you know, we know somebody within at least one team. You know, we know at least one player from every team. We know we're not having to learn a full brand new team week in, week out, where Atlantis and obviously Team Lotus, you know, are having to do so.
Yep.
So moving on to the next week's games, game week 3. What game is going to be the standout game for you guys? You know, what game do you think? Have you seen the result? Have you seen the fixtures? Or do you want me to just run over them real quick?
Yeah, I see
run them over.
Okay, yeah, there's...
I have one. But...
Okay, go
on. Euphoria versus Juice.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
Why is because Juice got a bye week last time.
Yeah.
So I hope they talked things through, get their mental back up. You know, Euphoria is a hard team, and if I was Juice, I would have watched some replays of them. And then, I think it's gonna be a close one.
Mm-hmm.
So
what about you, Kylian?
I think I'm going with Jonah. I didn't see all the matches for game week 3, but yeah, I think these guys are gonna show a good match against them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, I'm not gonna go with you guys, because the one game that does interest me is Vision X and Team Miracle.
Yeah, that's a very good one.
You know, Team Miracle have obviously come in for this game week and, you know, shown Velocity what they're all about. You know, 3-0 kicking for Velocity. But can they carry that into a strong team as of Vision X? They've had some the 2 decent results in game weeks. They won 3-0 their first week and 3-1 the week after. And I think obviously in that game they did go down to a 2v3, and then they came back to 3 players, and I think it just disrupted the play a little. So I think that's going to be the
once again unbeatable. Come on.
That's going to be the
I agree.
it's going to be the enjoyable game.
I agree.
I'm getting too much love.
Everybody's asking about.
Yeah, like what's going on in the chat?
Yeah. Everyone wants either wants you to blow him a kiss or show your hair.
Yeah, exactly. Like what?
They want to start the dispute of your hair again.
Yeah, I guess.
Can we see your hairline?
No, that's private property.
Right. I mean, we're gonna bring in Mr. Bale.
Just post the camera. What? Why? Why? I mean, good idea, but why?
Good idea, he says.
Knock it out. You should have broken it.
Right, we're gonna have to move to this one. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Bale.
Hello.
Welcome in.
How are you?
I'm good.
Hello.
I mean, it's always nerve-wracking when you're coming into a
Got him!
Especially when I've heard you talk for 30 minutes.
yeah, when you come into a call with the 3 of us. When you just yeah, Mr. Circuit.
You're done.
But yeah, welcome back to BGCS for starters. And congratulations on your 3-0 beating over Velocity.
Thank you.
Obviously, it was a quick rebuild for you, to get a team in, because we kind of wanted the team in as G3 unfortunately, disappeared out of the league. We wanted a team straight in to keep the league format. So you had a deadline to work with.
Yeah.
Do you think you've picked up the right players?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a lot of potential.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Chris.
Who?
How do
Gravesy?
Gravesy.
Yes.
Hasn't played that many hours.
I mean, you can just call him Gravy if it's easier. Because I called him that throughout the
Hello,
throughout the
sexy
series.
banana.
Gravy hasn't played that many hours, and I don't know about Deakery, but he's like really good mechanical and stuff. So I'm happy with them.
Did you reckon that you were gonna go in and obviously Velocity, a couple of players from Velocity yourself. Did you think it were gonna be a 3-0?
No, but I thought we would win.
Hey, that's a good mentality.
Yeah, always go into the series with a win in mind. If you go in before with a losing mind, you'll lose.
Oh yeah, I very much thought you'd go in with a winning mentality, but did you think it was going to be a 3-0 winning mentality? No. What were you predicting at the start of the game?
Maybe 3-1 to us. Because I knew their weaknesses from the start of the season when I was at Juice. So I had that to work with, where they only knew me.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's,
I've changed a lot as well. So basically 3 brand new.
I mean, I think that's the one thing, right? Is they didn't really know anything about. I don't think they knew anything about your team, and I think it made them, difficult to, learn a team so quickly. And it's why they wanted, they pushed it trying to get a scrim with you guys before the official game. To kind of see how you play, and I think you did the right thing of You know, personally,
just-
that you know, declining that, I think that's a good option. You know, that's what I'd have done. You know, just before
just
a
shut
official
right
game.
at the door. Trying and getting nowhere. Well, that's him. He wants it.
Yeah.
I just got resurrection because I knew they were like not the best, but also not like the worst.
Yeah. But I.
And they're a good solid team to play.
Definitely, yeah. But how did you think the matches went? I mean, obviously you guys played well. Otherwise you wouldn't win the games. But how do you think, as a team, you guys played together?
Good. Yeah, we played good. The first game was, I don't know what, the bit Bale. But the other games was really even. To be fair for Velocity, they were really good.
Definitely. Were some hard matches, but fun to watch.
Yeah, but we
Um,
pulled out the last straw when we went on attack and had a good defense cover.
Yeah.
Jonah, have you got any questions that
Yep.
you want to ask?
How are you looking forward to your second match against Vision X?
I'm
How do
looking
you
forward.
feel?
I'm
about
looking forward to it, but I'm not playing.
Oh, you're not playing. There goes my question.
Because I'm in
Um,
Copenhagen.
Nice. Is it just for a holiday?
Yeah.
Copenhagen.
So yeah, so it's all Hexes next week. So that might be a disadvantage for Vision X. Because they don't know any of them.
Yeah.
Or an advantage.
I think a couple of them in Vision X know Hexus because I was talking to them before stream.
Oh. I didn't think they would.
GCI has played a couple of times with Hexus apparently, and Dwarf but knows of him through RSC.
Oh.
So just to put the fireworks in there is I think they know a little bit
believe in
about your team than what you think.
I still believe in Hexos.
Oof.
I mean, you know,
Even though
it's
they know.
fair enough that you know you believe in your team. That's that's what you want as a collective team. You know, that's the team staying together. Something that we did last week was kind of pick team of the week. So this is going to be kind of a tough spot for yourself, because if you've not seen any, if you're not looking, I'm basically putting you on the spot. So I'm going to put you last to, so you can have a look at the players and, decide on who you want your 3 to be.
So it's a 1 GC, 2 champs?
Yeah, so it's still the same how the roster's set up. So 1 GC, 2 champs. Is anyone wanting to go first, or do you guys all want a little bit of time and I'll take?
I can go first because I know my picks already.
Okay.
For GC, I'm gonna pick Reptic.
Yep.
Because when we went in the overtime match, I think he just played this series so good, like instead of the first one, so that's why I picked him. I'm gonna pick one from the Fearless 5 boys. I don't know, not feeling, but the other one, Juro or something. I'm gonna pick him. I think he played amazing. Yeah, he played amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna steal a pick from you, Brooks.
Whoa.
Kyle.
What?
As champ.
No, obviously, yeah.
He played amazing in the series. So that are my 3 picks.
Okay. Anyone else want to go next, or are you still both having a little think?
I'm having a little think.
Okay.
I know mine, if that helps.
Yeah, go on. Who you going for?
Not to be cocky, but I'm gonna pick myself as a GC.
Okay.
And then Hamish, and then Diggory.
yeah, some decent picks there. You know, I mean, it's funny that you picked yourself. I think that's I think that's unbelievable, and I think that's a very bold statement of picking yourself.
Get out! Let's call you.
You gotta have the confidence.
True.
But yeah, you know, you stick with the confidence side, and you know, you stick with the team that you choose, and you know, I like I say, I rate that you chose yourself. I rate that. Because not many people have come on here and say, yeah, I think it's me. You know, not many people that do that. You know, not many people have come here and do that. You know, all the way through this podcast, not many people will do it.
Yep.
Are you now ready, Kylian, for yours, or are you still?
I mean, sure.
Still, yeah.
I'm going with Tornado as a GC. I gotta pick Kyle. I mean, my man is just amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna pick as well. That's a good question. Where's his name? I'm searching his name. Where are you?
I'm here.
Where are you hidden, boy?
Are you okay?
No.
Do you know what team?
You're asking me, are you okay?
Do you know what team they play for?
Where? Yeah, no, yeah, sort of.
Nice info.
No, I don't really know who I can pick for the second champ placement.
Right, I'll let you have
I'm not sure now. I'm not sure yet.
I'll let you have a little think on your decision. So for now, you've got Tornado and Kyle.
Yes, sir.
So following on from that one, I'm gonna go with you, Bale. I think you played absolutely unbelievable in that game against Velocity, especially the first game. You know, you did carry the first game, and you know, you can't defend that. You know, stat wise, you carried that first game. You got 5 goals, 9 saves, and you know, unfortunately, none of your other team contributed anything. But the second and the third game, you know, your team came together. You played well as a team. You did well as a team, and you know, I'm picking you on basis on, you know, the first game, and you know, just the keeping the mentality there with you, all 3 of you. So you're my pick for GC. Chomp is a little bit harder this time round, because I don't like picking players from the same team. You know, I like to pick players from different teams. So I'm gonna go with Kyle as mine. You know, I mean, that was one of my picks anyway. And then I'm gonna go with Brian. I think he missed out last weat. You know, he played very well last week, and you know, he's very consistent, and he produced that within game week 2 as well. Stat wise for Brian, let's have a quick look. So he got 6 goals, 3 assists, and 5 saves. You know, and that for an overall is decent. You know, very decent with what he's implemented into the game, especially with it being, was it 3-0 game this week? 3-1. Yeah, 4 games, and you've got like 14 contributions. But yeah, so that's mine. Bale, Kyle, and Brian.
Nice.
You got your last pick again?
Yes.
Who's your last one?
Little drums. Trident.
Whoa.
Okay.
Surprise!
Huh?
I mean, I wasn't
That's
expecting
a
that.
bold
Right.
statement.
I think he's an underrated player at the moment. Because even though they lost 3-0, still I think Trident put up a good game, defense-wise and attack-wise. He just doesn't really get that much of opportunities during the match. But I think if he gets a little bit more playtime and a little bit more interaction with the whole team, that he's gonna show off a little bit more, and I think he's gonna surprise us at the point.
I mean that's a surprising pick. I didn't expect that player. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, you know, I agree with everything that you've said. You know, there's nothing that I can disagree with that. And you know, he did play fairly well in that game. It's just as a team they couldn't get anything going. I mean, you've just missed. Yeah, and then he comes back as we've been talking about you.
Yeah, I'm someone else. Trident wasn't there.
So you know, I do agree with your pick, but it was just a surprising pick that you.
I mean,
you know,
I would agree with the pick, but not this week. That's more the point.
Yeah, but because they lost, but it's because team-wise. It's not because one player-wise. And I still think that Trident could put up a much better game if their team is a bit more in sync with each other.
Yeah, but still, I'm sticking with that. Like,
yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Like I say, everyone's open.
Just get out of the chat now.
Like I say, everyone's open to each their own opinion on on Team of the Week. You know, for various different reasons, people pick their various different players. You know, and I had a second pick as a like a brand new. Yeah.
No, you didn't even play.
Definitely you. But for for a second team, it'd be for Reptic as GC, Aqua as the champ, and Degri. Yeah. You know, Degri played so well, but because Bale played so well on his return back, it was, I don't like choosing people from the same team. So, because I chose Bale, I didn't choose Degri. But, someone did pick up Degri.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, so I gotta say, someone did pick up Degri, and I think he deserves, some credit as well this week. But the reason I went with the 3 that I went with is one, because like I said, Degri just didn't get chosen because I don't like choosing people from the same team. I think there's a lot of champs out there that show quality. There's more champs than GCs. There's double the champs than there's GCs, and there's more quality to be shown throughout champs. Normal Aqua, whoever you want to know him as. People know him as different names. He's a very good player. He performed well, but nothing surprising. You expect that from Aqua. How he performed is what you expect. So he has to for him to get Game of the Week, it would be him having to control the team and showing, basically being at that GC of the team. He's literally doing better than Has. He's literally dominating the game, and I think that's how he's going to get Game of the Week, because he's such a good individual player anyway that it's going to be difficult for him to try and get it and outshine. I
love his movement, like how he plays in that match. He played so good. His positioning was amazing. Like, was so nice to watch.
Oh shit!
I looked at the perfect time in your stream. I looked down, is Brooks gonna see this? I looked at your stream and I saw you wake.
Oh, that was a good one. But yeah, and then obviously Reptic, Reptic pulled off some unbelievable saves in our game, and that was, but again, it's again Reptic's expected to play how Reptic played. It's going to be hard again for him to get into Team of the Week, because he's expected to play like that. Everyone knows Reptic, everyone knows how he plays, and unless he doubles them figures that he got this week, that's the only way that he'll get into it, because so many GCs are, that have so much potential and show, can show so much different quality-wise. Look at Eclipse, for example, for Team Lotus. That's the best one to point out. Eclipse has got so much quality watching in Game Week 2. But as a team, he can't he can't seem to just make the team click for him to just be able to play the way he needs to play. We've seen glimpses of it. We've seen glimpses of it, but it's unfortunate.
I got potential as well. Just bored of the game.
Yeah, I think
basically.
Yeah, but that's what I said. Like, if
I get back in the game and just focus and grind a bit, then
you're easily like high GC as well.
Yeah, then I get. I mean, I think not GC2, but getting close to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just kind of bored of the game at the moment.
I mean, we're gonna do it this way of letting the community vote. It's always good for us to have our say on what we want. But you've got 3 minutes to vote for who you want. So it's either it's basically for GCs first. It's either Reptic, Bale, or Reptic, Bale, or Tornado. You all see this? Can you see the poll in the stream or no?
No, I don't.
There's no poll.
Waiting.
I don't know whether you can vote through that.
Pop out poll. Let me check. You can.
Yeah. It's the only way that you can vote then, because for some reason it's not gone up. Is it gonna work?
What?
Or do I have to do it again? Okay, we'll just end it.
You can't vote, Brooksy.
They all won. No way.
Oh wow. Yo ho, a pirate's life will be.
Kylian.
Hi. Stop.
Stop.
So team of the week GC. Let's try it.
Macaroni ham cheeseburger.
Very, very nice. Not gonna lie.
Macaroni
ham cheeseburger. That sounds pretty decent.
Right, there we go. Team of the week GC.
Me.
What do you mean? Why not just make a normal poll? That's what I'm doing.
I would have voted.
You silly sausage.
I like
Sausage.
Sausage.
A little sausage. Edit.
In it, fam.
You did on macaroni.
Macaroni.
Or we're gonna have it like we did last week, where it were really close, and then
Yeah.
and then the game, yeah. And then the one after I got absolutely destroyed. You should be GC. Definitely not Trixie. I mean, your kind words, but definitely not. I had to randomly vote. Yeah, I mean, you should come by more often generally, and you can catch some of the games. It's very interesting. There's very tight games.
It's just SSL. It's just nobody knows.
That's on its other account.
I'm
GC.
retired RLCS.
Can I ask
Played
something?
RLCS.
Yeah, Coach.
Little Brooksy.
Yeah.
Shh.
Real.
Joel.
I should be blood. Yeah, definitely trying.
Shut up. Go on,
I
go
ask you
on.
guys
Yeah,
to
go on, Bale.
That he should be.
Jonah! Shut up. Go on, Bale.
What player did you think overperformed the most, like what they normally would produce this week?
Brainless walnut.
Shut up. Painless to fall. No. I mean, that's a good question. I'm gonna go with Kyle. He didn't play as that third man in that game that Team Euphoria played. He didn't play the third man role. He were up the field. He played more that second man more than he did anything else. Based on stat wise for Mr. Kyle. So Kyle got 5 goals, 3 assists, and 2 saves. For Kyle, it's normally the opposite way around. You expect him to be that defensive-minded player. He is that player that kind of holds the team together, but he wasn't needed to do that, and he played the second man role, and I think Kyle played very well that week. So mine's Kyle. What about you, Bale? Who do you think's overperformed?
I would say Hamish.
Yeah?
I've seen him play way worse, but I've also seen him play way better this week. Because he got some really good touches I didn't expect him to get when I watched it. Like goal chancing opportunities, like.
Yeah.
But there was no one there to finish them.
Yeah. What about you, Jonah?
Yeah, I will agree with that pick. Hamish.
Hamish?
Yeah.
Amy.
Kylian?
I'm going with Kyle.
50-50.
Yeah,
So,
love it.
so you should.
Hey! Bale won.
So Bale wins
Let's go.
wins the.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many champs? Different champs do we have? Joe, Fatty Kyle, Degri, Hamish, Trident, and Brian. We have 6.
What about Dekri?
Yeah, I said Degri.
Oh, did you?
What I did.
I don't think you did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. I don't want to be harsh and miss somebody out.
I mean, we can pick all again and then pick the 3, like what we think out of that all of them.
Smickle.
Smickle. Kicker.
Cracker. Kylian is a tafel.
Kylian is a table.
Keukentafel.
Kookentafel.
He's a kitchen table.
Right. So we're gonna have to come to an agreement here of who we want to leave out.
Yeah.
So it's got to be Kyle. Kyle has to be in because
Yeah.
three of us
definitely.
3 of us have voted Kyle. And then there is.
There was a Brian and Dekri and Hamish, I think.
So there's Joe, there's Hamish, there's Degri, there's Trident, and there's Brian. I mean, let's have a look stat-wise. See what everyone's done.
Trident, that's not nice.
Bro, I'm far
Hamish
from
did.
being dick.
Hamish got 4 in total.
See,
Uh,
it's, Trident lost the game, but Trident's got 3 goals, 2 assists, 4 saves.
Dekri got 3 goals, 2 assists, and 6 saves.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
And what did Brian get?
Hamish that misses out. 6, 3, and
Right.
5. So I think we come to the agreement of Hamish, right? Just because of contributions wise.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he played very well that week, but compared to the other players that played, I think I don't deserve to be on there anyways. I mean, you do deserve to be on there because you did have some decent, you had decent chances to go and get the goal. I think a couple of times you were very unlucky not to get the goal once you'd gone through. But like I said, I'm not critical on you. I'm not critical on you. I'm only critical on you because of. I don't do it. Yeah, I don't do it to be harsh on you, but I know you've got so much potential.
Well, yeah.
He can play way more better than he did this week.
Yeah, definitely.
But with the things that we watched, I think you do deserve to be in as well. It's just agreeing with Kylian's point.
Yeah.
My point.
Ryan.
Why is that funny?
I mean, you're the one laughing as well. So why is it funny then, Jonah?
I don't know.
Degri.
Guys, I just got told I need to go, so is there anything you want to ask me before this?
I haven't got any other questions for you, to be fair.
No, me neither.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Enjoy your holiday for next week.
Thank you.
And
What?
what?
I don't have holidays.
How's that,
What?
Jonah?
What are you having now, huh?
L, Jonah, L.
Right, but yeah,
Junior
thank you.
break.
Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Well done
Yep.
for your game this week, and thank you for coming back and helping out and filling that team spot. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Call me up anytime if I'm not on the team.
Yeah, I will do. I mean, hopefully we don't have to call you up now.
Yeah, go in
You're
the same
set.
situation again.
Yeah, hopefully we don't go down that route. But yeah, thank you so much, and I shall speak to you soon.
Yep. See ya.
I nearly banned Bale from the Discord.
Oh.
You left too early. I'm going to show everyone in game week 4 that Velocity are here for what Velocity are here for. I'm keeping my word. We're looking back on all mistakes and scrimming until we have most stuff perfected down. I'm keeping my word on. Look, how many teams want a slash need? None. There's no teams looking for a player right now. I don't think. There's
They are.
Velocity have filled theirs. Right, votes are up. Team of the week, champ.
I'm gonna pack Kyle. It's a walkout. It's an icon. It's Kyle.
Remember, you get to vote twice anyway. So we'll do this and then that one person gets taken out. Is that how we're going to do that?
Must feel nice to be allowed to play. I mean, I don't know. I'm on the bench. I'm warming my bench. I like my bench.
I mean, it's good to keep it warm, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Can't be asked to play. I mean, I want to play one game, One game, but that's all. That's all I'm asking for.
One game.
So it looks like Kyle's going to be taking it.
One way or another, it's gonna be Kyle. He's gonna win and the team of the week champ.
Gonna get you.
If you are in, guys, make sure to vote. You have just under 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
If you guys all voted as well.
I already voted. Okay.
Yeah.
If
I
you
voted
don't
for
vote, I'm gonna eat your cheeseburger.
Oh, you don't want that. You don't want that.
And trust me, I can eat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's no cheeseburger for you anymore in your life.
It's gone. You turn around one more time and it's already gone.
Fatty Kyle takes the, like he's going to take the vote.
No, no,
No, and no.
don't.
Jonah, stop it.
Why are you like this, Just
Bada boo boo.
how about the boo boo?
Bada.
Bada bing, bada boom. Oh. I mean,
No.
maybe that's for another week. Is voiceovers.
It's gonna be 2 hours of me.
I think we need to make a soundboard and set it up for sale. We can make a lot of money.
Yes. I gotta do it.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to the store. You want the Kylian soundboard? Here you go.
Yeah.
5-5. I
Let's do
mean,
it.
surely we just take them too, right? Because
I mean, yeah, you gotta take it. Then go. But to be fair, I think it's two good players.
Brian misses out again for another game.
I mean, I just I wouldn't pick Trident this week, but like that's only because I think he can do way more better than what he did this week.
So Bale, Kyle, and Trident. Not bad.
I mean, to be fair, Brian can have loads of more opportunities to get in the team of the week. As long as he keeps playing like this, he's gonna stand out every time.
Yeah.
But like I said, this week it's been a harsh week for a lot of the champs.
Yep.
Degri played very well. Degri played unbelievable. In game 2 and game 3.
Better than last week, so that's good.
You won't?
I felt this week better than last week.
Yeah. But it's unfortunate, you can't do anything about it when we do it the voting system way. It's down on what everybody else chooses unless it's like a guaranteed vote. And to be fair, we probably shouldn't have put Kyle in the vote. In fairness. Maybe we should have just gone with Brian, Trident, Degri, Hamish, and Joe. There's 3 of us voted Kyle already.
Yeah, so that we.
Yeah, okay,
So-
but then still that we already picked like Kyle, and then it was only gonna be 1 more spot, and it just depends on how the vote's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So,
it could have been different. That's what.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
so did you want to re-vote? Because obviously, realistically, like I said, we should have chose Kyle anyway.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
I mean,
it's
fair for Kyle, but I think it's a bit.
I'm just trying to go on, what we kind of did last week. I forgot that Kyle had 3 votes. He shouldn't have even been added. That's on me. That's my bad. Because I think we got it last week. GCI didn't get added. And that's not because I want you to lose either, Trident. I'd happily have you in that, but I think, going on, keeping us as the same basis of what we did last week. GCI had 3 votes. Realistically, he shouldn't have been in it last week. Going on stat-wise, he shouldn't have been around in that game week, in that at all. But a lot of you voted for GCI. So we'll restart the poll. I do apologise, Trident. It is.
Yeah, it's also like fair for.
Yeah, it's fair.
Hamish.
True. And still, Trident, this does show that you have lots of opportunities. So just keep on the grind, Keep on the pressure with your team.
Yeah, don't be
focusing on your team, and then maybe you're gonna be next week.
Don't be disappointed, because I know you can do a lot better than what you did as well. Like, you played very well, but I know you can do better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Uh,
I think everybody's thinking the same about that. That he can do better.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's the thing, we've seen you improve so much over the last couple of months, as a player, as an individual. So we kind of expect higher standards now. You're not coming into this as like a season 1 BGCS where you couldn't rotate, you couldn't go for the stuff that you go for mechanically. Everyone expects you to go for a flip reset. Everyone expects you to go for a double tap. Everyone expects you to play aerially. Everyone expects that now. So I think, based on the game week of what you've had, I think it's fair that you're in it. Because there's a lot of missed opportunities in that game that you've either got saved or whatever happened, and you deserve to be in it. But I know there's a lot more to come, potential wise.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I said that I think he's just gonna surprise us at a moment when we don't really expect it. Definitely for loads of viewers. It's a bit 50-50 towards Trident, as in how good he is as a player, and that's why I think he's gonna surprise us at one moment that we won't expect.
Right. So
and that's what I like as well. Like, not just a little upset is always just to see another team upset another team. Like,
it cannot be one straight line up. It always has little downwards and upwards.
That's the thing. Like, that's what I like to see. Like, how's the team that lost didn't see it coming, and it's like an upset, how are they gonna deal with it? How are they gonna fix it?
Especially mentally.
Yeah.
Like how are they gonna fix their mental for the next game? Are they gonna be in the same mental as in, oh, we lost, we're probably gonna lose this one as well?
If you guys voted.
Yeah.
Make sure to vote, guys. You know, this is
Your cookies.
this is for the second champ. So we've already got Kyle. You know, realistically, this should be, you know, a close call.
I mean, I voted on Trident again. I got it back in.
See, I've backed what I chose. I chose Brian.
Yeah, I backed
Fair enough.
Brian as well.
Fair enough.
You know, I went with Brian at the start. It's only fair that I backed Brian. You know, all the way to the hills.
Yeah.
Because like
Exactly. You gotta stick with your things.
last week he played also like he played consistent, and this time he did that as well.
You know, it's the same for, you know, same with for predictions. And that, you know, that's something that we should have gone back over is predictions for next week. And that's what we're gonna run over real quick. So prediction score wise, Vision X and Team Miracle. What are we saying?
3-2 Vision X.
Enough. Kylian?
I think I'm going the same as Jonah. 3-2 Vision X. But yeah, I as what I said last week, it just depends on how they all will be playing together. How GCI will play.
I think GCI is like the mental factor of.
Yeah, definitely. He's a key player to the team. And as long as he doesn't show up as how he showed up in the first games, then I think they won't take the win. And otherwise, it's gonna be a Vision X.
Pause it.
2-2.
So Brian and Trident go in as the next, just them two.
Yeah, fair enough. See, Trident, you're still on it,
But Brian.
and Brian as well.
Trident. Yep. 3 minutes while we talk about this. Okay. I'm going with 3-2 Team Miracle. I'm going the opposite way.
Alright.
I know they lose Bale, but what I've heard about Hexes is, you know, they're a very similar player. Bale rates Hexes very highly. You know, he says that Hexes is better than himself. And I'd love to say that's him just being polite, but you've seen what he was like when he come onto the stream. You know,
Yeah.
who do you think's the best? Who do you think's the best GC? Me. Fair enough. You know, I can't argue with that. You know, if that's what you think. You know, so I think Brooks, you went opposite for Atlantic, but we 3-0'd them. No, I didn't. I said you beat Atlantic. I said it'd be 3-2, and you beat him 3-1. But oh wait, Cryptic. Yeah. But yeah.
Vision X. Huh?
3-2. Oh, okay,
Yo.
Christian's going 3-0 Vision X. Right, Team Euphoria and Juice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm going for 3-2 Juice. Why?
That's what I wanted to ask. Why? Why, Jonah?
I wanna see them do good, like Juice. And I also think they have a chance of winning. But that's what I said, like, if they're gonna watch replays of the team, like how they played against Resurrection, and just, you know, mental fixed again, then they can do it. I believe they can do it. But it's gonna be a close one. I think it can go both ways.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna go with 3-2 for Euphoria.
Yep.
Because I know what Taku, his mentality can do to the whole team. So it kind of depends on what the first match is going to be. But yeah, I know how Kyle plays, I know what he's capable of, and same for Normal. And I think it's just a very strong team.
Brian nicks it right at the end as well, by the way.
Nice.
It were 4-4 for ages, and then it comes to 7-4.
I think
So-
it's because GCI and his
Yeah.
team.
Definitely.
Like I said, you know, Trident, there's a lot more to come from you, and you know, however much, you know, it's one of them
I
that you
mean-
weren't my pick and Brian was my pick, but it's one of them that
I mean,
Not
Trident,
that-
you did. Oh, my
it's
bad.
one it's one of them that I don't want to be harsh. Like I don't think you don't deserve it, but I also think there's a lot more that you can give to properly, you know, the 100% nail down a spot as a, you know, team of the week.
Yep.
I mean, Trident deserves it, but yeah, like what I said, he can do way better,
Yeah, definitely.
and he's probably gonna show that in game week 4. So
But yeah, I say 3-1 for Euphoria. I still don't think the mentals are fixed at Juice.
Nope,
I
me neither.
I still think, even though they've had that week off, they're still a little bit scrambled. And Euphoria are just, you know, Euphoria. I mean, look at the team they've got.
Yeah, it's just an amazing team.
You know,
Good team.
it's hard to, you know, to beat them. You know, you're gonna have to be that standout performance to beat these guys. But you never know. They may provide, you know, Juice may provide a shock.
True, but what the thing is, Kyle is very good with keeping the mental high with the team. As for Juice, there's not really anyone who does that, as far as I know.
I think
And
that would
I
be-
just know how tricky Taku can be with his mentality. And yeah, I mean we saw it with the first BGCS series. Like it was me, Jonah, and Taku. Taku dragged Jonah down in his mentality, and yeah, that just took the team down a bit. And that's something that they have to really work on to get a little bit better as a team together. Maybe get some higher points at the end.
No, I think I spoke to Zaku sometimes, you know, like, and I think he needs to be the guy that gonna keep the mental up, because there's no one else that can do it. But he
Yeah,
needs-
exactly.
he-
He needs to be the guy that does it.
And I
But-
think, like, the last one against Velocity, I mean, it was just a little bit, but not much like used to. So
Oh, yeah.
that's already way better. So I think he can do it, but he needs to do it. Like,
Yeah, definitely, and it's something that they can work on and have to work on. And as I said, like as you said as well, Taku has to be the one that keeps the mental up for the whole team.
yeah.
But he's gonna have to figure out how to keep his own mental up. Otherwise, he cannot keep his team up.
Mhm.
That's the tricky part. But I mean, I still believe in that he can do it. But we have to see it in the match that's going forward.
So there's Fearless 5 and GeForce. Based on what I've watched today of Fearless 5, I'm going 3-1 Fearless.
I'm going 3-2 Fearless.
I
Yeah.
mean, we've all gone the Fearless way. Clinical and
Yeah.
Lotus. I mean, this is going to be a difficult one because we all play for Clinical. Is it going to be any?
3-0 Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you saying yeah?
That's. I mean, Reptic will watch this back because he always does. So it's nice. It's nice seeing you on the bench, Kylian. It's nice to have you in a team. But I suppose I'll see you in season 3.
Adios. He's getting kicked.
Adios. No.
I think trio us. I'm not to be cocky or something, but I mean there's a chance. No, I mean there is a chance that they can win 3-1.
What, Lotus can win 3-1?
I'm not. No, we
3-1.
But I think we do trio.
I thought you were both back in Team Lotus for a second then.
No.
I'm gonna go for 3-1 clinical.
Yeah.
As in, like, we all know how Eclipse can play, but as you already mentioned in the podcast, their team isn't that strung together as how they could be, and that's just dragging Eclipse down as well for what he can do in a match. So as long as they won't fix that, then it's gonna be 3-1 for clinical.
Yeah. I'm gonna go bold on this one.
Hi, Bruce.
3-0 clinical. What? The way that we've played in the last two games, I think we played very well. No, like I said, no disrespect to Team Lotus. I think they've still got, same with Team Atlas, Atlas and Lotus. They've still both got so much to prove as a team. There's so much ability there for individuals that, they could perform. They could get a game off us. But based on how they've played, so disbanded with each other, I don't think they'll get a game, just because of the chemistry side, the connectivity with each other.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so 3-0 clinical for me. So Team Atlas and Resurrection. What we saying? Mr. Christian is in the chat as well, so
Oh no.
this could make it interesting, depending on what you both pick.
Just a beautiful bench one.
Nah, I'll throw.
Jonah, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Atlantis with 3-2.
I'm gonna
Pick,
pick. Yeah, you go. No, my bad.
No, you go.
No, my bad.
You go.
So just say that again. What did you say?
I'm gonna go Resurrection 3-1.
Resurrection 3-1.
Yeah.
But hold up. What did you say, Kylian?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Did you go Atlantis 3-2?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, this is the thing, though. To be fair, it could happen. No discredit from you, Christian, and no discredit to your team. But like I said, there's so much to come from Team Atlas. They're so good individually. If they can sort themselves out and actually work together, they're a good team. They just need to use communication and trust each other instead of going for the double commits and the actually committing for the ball when there's a loose ball. I mean, for me, that's Kylian's pick. I'm just backing up what he's gone for.
Yeah. For me, it's just very 50-50. It's gonna be Atlantis 3-2 or Resurrection 3-2.
I think it'll be.
That just very depends on how Atlantis will play as a team together. But I think it's gonna be some close games. from what I've seen today against Fearless 5. Well, I just saw the saves from these guys. I saw the saves from KMW. It was insane. My man is unstoppable on the field when he's in that.
I think it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be a 5-game thriller. You know, yeah, I'm gonna throw that out there. It's definitely gonna, you know, if it's not, then I'll be surprised. I think it's gonna be very much like how game week 1 was with, you know, it's obviously the other team, Team Lotus, but GeForce and Team Lotus game, how that went to 3-2. I think it's gonna be very much that style of game where literally any game could go either way. So I'm gonna give Resurrection the edge. So I'm gonna say 3-2 Resurrection. Just based on, I mean, I've seen Resurrection play, and I don't know how they don't win games. You know, they've been given the two toughest games up to now out of the league. You know, Clinical and Euphoria. You know, realistically looking at the table, you know, 2 teams that are top right now. You know, Resurrection have had to play them. So like I say, you know, there's a lot to come from both teams, Resurrection and Atlantis, but I think they have a bit more chemistry with each other. I think they play a lot more scrims together. You know, try and iron out the mistakes that are made within official games. You know, they do replay analysis. Faceway messaged me today and asked for, you know, the replays of the games. You know, so I know they're doing replay analysis because he's asking for the games to do them. You know, and that's nice to see that teams are, you know, taking it to an extent of, you know, let's watch some games back, let's see where we went wrong, and we'll come back next week and hopefully, you know, we don't play the way that we did.
And that's the thing, like, they both lost 2 series. Game week 1 and game week 2, so they both have a losing streak, so they both need to make a change and
it's all to play for. But obviously, as for Resurrection as well, they have brought in 2 new players. They brought Crispy from the old Mischievous 3 to be a GC sub, and then Johnny, who's just joined the Discord today. Yeah, he's just joined the community, but they picked him up as as the champ sub. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that.
Definitely. It's going to be some interesting changes.
Yeah. I love it though, like the changes in the rosters that they're making.
Well, yeah, but obviously, you know, a couple of teams are making these changes early doors, and they're running out of changes very fast.
Yeah. That's true.
Let me just pull that up because I've got it noted down somewhere. Let me just find it real quick, and then we'll wrap up and call it there.
Wrap it up.
Nice. So as it stands, Fearless 5 have no changes. Resurrection have no changes. Atlantis has 1 change available. Juice have 2. Lotus has 1. Team Miracle have 1. Velocity have 2. GeForce have 2. Clinical have 2. Euphoria have 2. And Vision X have 2. So, you know, there's a couple of teams in there that only have 1, or there's a couple that do have 0. So they've already made their changes, and you know, they've got to lie in their bed and deal with what they've got now. You know.
So how many changes you can?
You can have two changes a season.
Okay.
You know, and various different reasons people have made changes already. Whether that people that don't want to play anymore, and you know, it affects it as a team to have to be a change, because otherwise, you know, if we allow one team to do it, we'll have to allow another, and then there's changes all the time, and it's something that we didn't want coming into this season. You know, we wanted to have set teams, and you know, because it changed so much last season, there was so much extra work for everybody to do. You know, Reptic with the website, Cal with the things within the Discord, you know, showing all the teams in the Discord. you know, all the tracker links and everything, you know, you have to roll back through all the time. So it was one of them for us. It was easier to basically say, no changes, that's it, done. As soon as your team's registered, that's all you're having. But, you know, we a couple of us have kind of spoke about it. Me, Kyle, Cal, you know, we've touched up on it. Me, you know, us three have also touched up on it at various different points of allowing teams to have changes. Because, you know, there could be an instinct, like you say, you know, a player turns around and says, I don't want to play no more, I've had enough. Well, hold up, you know, we're 2 weeks in, what do you mean? You know,
Jonah.
it wouldn't be fair for it to then turn around and say, no, you're not having any more players, that's it. But yeah, big news, Jonah's out for game week 3.
Wait a minute. What? Bye. Have a good time.
What, Ripstick's not told you?
Uh-uh.
Oh.
Levi's gonna play for you.
Cheeky's coming in for game week 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And then it's gonna be Levi, and then we used our changes.
We're starting a petition to get Riptic to sit in the sub bench.
Yes.
Wait, who are we playing? Who are we playing next week? Lotus? Ah, Riptic sits on the bench.
Yeah.
Reptic, if you listen to this, then I'm not sorry at all.
Me neither. You can hold my bench warm.
What are you gonna do? Replace all of us? You've only got 2 changes. Right. Anyway, that's it from us. Well, that's it from me. I mean, if you guys have got anything to add.
Yeah. Cryptic, bring me them chicken nuggets. Give me them.
I mean, I have nothing more to say at all.
I mean, anything relevant, Kylian, or?
Oh, something relevant.
It's Kylian. He doesn't.
No, not really. No.
I mean, it's been a pleasure to have you both yet again.
No worries.
I've enjoyed doing, you know, I've enjoyed doing these podcasts over the last couple of weeks. You know, it's something different, and you know, it's nice to be able to just, you know, everybody's opinion of, you know, it interacts with the chat. You know, we get opinions of ourselves, of, you know, disagreements within ourselves. You know, it's more, you know, it's entertaining when Kyle's here as well. You know, obviously Kyle always has a different point of view on what anyone says. Like, there's always like some kind of disagreement. But this is why I enjoy these kind of things, is because it's nice to see what everybody thinks about, you know, why they're different players, about the whole championship series. You know, even if it's suggestions, you know, if it's something that, you know, us want to bring up of what could change within BGCS, what could we do that's something different, what could we implement that could make things better, and something that's been brought up as a suggestion. I'm going to cover it real quick because it's still in motion, and I haven't spoke to you two about it, and I'm you know, I'm running out of time of when I get to speak to people. So because I've got you here, and Cal's already spoke to me about it, and I believe Kyle already knows just through Cal, is not halfway through. So if it's like a 5-game, subs basically. So if it's a 5-game game, teams are allowed to make one substitution in a game, but only in either game 2 or game 3. So if it goes to, you know, if it's a 3, only, you know, if it's going to a 2-0, you know, 2-0 loss, save for team, they can make a change in game 2, and they can sub out one GC for their sub GC, or sub out their champ for a sub champ, that whoever they've got registered. But they can only make the change in game 2 or game 3. This is what I'm going to add in. Okay. You guys have, you know, proposed it to me, and I'm proposing back. I'm happy to do it, and I'm happy to go with it. However, I think the sub is only allowed to be used within game 2 or game 3, and obviously it has to be at the end of, you know, at the end of that game, you know, once the game's finished. So when game 2 is finished, you can say, right, I'm making a sub, I'm taking it such and such out, and I'm putting, you know, such and such in.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
But what are your guys' input on that? just to cover over it real quick.
I think it's a good idea. It's gonna change a bit of how the play styles will be, because you can get someone else in and change your whole play style against the team that you're playing. But I think that's gonna be bringing some more interesting matches throughout the BGCS. I think it's gonna be some more 5 games instead of 3-0s. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. That's my opinion.
I mean, it's also good for if someone is having issues with Wi-Fi or just crashing.
Hey yo!
Ayo!
Hey yo, let's go.
Thank you for the
54
raid.
people though. Whoa!
Oh, welcome in RSC.
Hey yo!
I don't have any of my sound on. I don't know why that didn't come through.
It's a great ending. Incoming.
Hey, let's go. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. We are just covering over BGCS, which is my own championship series. We are coming to the back end of our chat. I think we've been going for about 2 hours, which is, you know, unbelievable. So obviously we are coming around to wrapping up. But you know, we will try and drag it out a little bit longer so you guys can, you know, hear a little bit about BGCS, a little bit what we're about. As you can see on screen, game week 3 is happening next week. The teams that are available, starting from top left to right, top to bottom. We've got Vision X, Team Miracle, Euphoria and Juice, Fearless 5 and G-Force, Clinical and Team Lotus, Team Atlantis and Resurrection, and then Velocity. Because there's 11 teams in the league, the Team Velocity take a bye week. If you want to know a little bit more about BGCS, if you want to come over and join us in the Discord, or you want to come and, you know, check out the online spreadsheet.
Let's go, Jonah.
That's, you know, if the bot's going to work for us today.
Work.
If not, there's the spreadsheet. If you want to go and have a look at the spreadsheet and see a little bit what we're about, I will drop in the Discord link as well. So we are just covering over implementing something into BGCS is subs. Yeah, I don't know why the bot's not working, but it is what it is. But yeah, so what were you saying, Jonah, before our lovely friends RSC came in and raided us?
Like if there's someone having issues with the internet, that they can sub the other player in.
Yeah,
I mean, gives you a little bit more moving room.
Yeah,
and I mean that's also nice for the mental wise, because if you need to still keep playing with your Wi-Fi issues, you can stop anyone. Yeah, yeah. So I mean that's a good one as well, and also like then the sub players can have a little bit more of playtime as well. So that's nice.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing that we are doing that.
I mean, I don't know whether it's going to be implemented into game week 3. I don't know how quick we're going to roll this out, because obviously I still need to get full confirmation from what Kyle says about it. You know, I haven't.
It's gotta work out.
Yeah, I haven't. You know, I haven't properly spoken to everybody. So it's, you know, it's one of them that we need to have a look and, you know, have a conversation with, you know, Kyle, Reptic as well, you know, and see what everybody else thinks. But I think the majority right now are on board with, you know, being able to make a sub within in game 2 and game 3.
Yeah.
And also for RSC, if you see down at the bottom, you can also see game week 1 and game week 2 results. But like I say, if you go over to the spreadsheet or you come and join us into the Discord, you know, you're very much welcome. But you have, like I say, you have come at the end of us wrapping up to, you know, which is unfortunate. But I don't have any more to cover on, because I'd just be covering the same points.
And I mean what Kylian said, like, that they probably, it's better to use it when you're going to a game 5, the feeling that you're going to a game 5.
Yeah, some
Not
more
like-
close games.
Yeah. So, that's
Christian wants his little
Yeah,
chili.
yeah. I'm gonna do his little chili. Was it this chili one or is it the?
It's a chili one. 2 times.
We'll do that on a raid out. About to go. Alright, Cryptic No Worries, thank you for stopping by, my man.
yeah. Thanks
So we-
for having us.
We do get jalapeno and lime.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno on the stick.
And sweet chili. I mean, I'll take them.
Sweet chili.
Can't do.
Normal jelly bean. That's what it talks about.
We're doing 2 chili ones.
Yeah, I did chili bean in that. You did,
So we got sweet chili and jalapeno and lime.
nice.
Nice.
Jalapeno.
Very nice.
Like it.
But yeah, so anyway, that's it from us. We shall catch you sometime next week. And I shall see you later. Adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.